Hello everyone, welcome back to Satisfactory. I have to confess, it's been a couple days. It's been a few days. 3 days? 4 days? I'm not sure. Since I played last. I'm a little overwhelmed at the stuff we need to do in our new... Alright, the present's still falling from the sky. But the stuff we need to do for our new phase. I'm not quite sure where to start. I mean, this milestone obviously is the place to start. I think we want to get rid of some of the spaghetti we've got here and rebuild some things. Yeah, I think that's where we want to start. So, in particular, we want to have better motors. I think we're going to develop a little motor factory. Oh, I guess before we do anything else, let's see what new we have from the calendar for the Advent calendar thing. So, it is the 6th, early in the morning. We already got one. I think we get up to. We have not done 5. Okay. A customizer for a Fixmas skin. Oh yeah, the ones we got are highlighted. I see. So we got 2, we got 3. Where's 4? There's 14. I don't think we have 4. 19.6. Some decorations. A decoration used to make decorations. Okay. Where's 4? Am I simply blind? I know that they say enter a number and I'll get a hint. I don't want to do that. I want to find it. 21. There's 8. 7 there. That's for tomorrow. 20. 9 is hidden pretty well there. I didn't see that for a while. Where are my 4s? $11, 24 right there, 12. Huh. I might need a hint. I'm gonna look at it for a little bit longer. Is it on the man somewhere? No, clicking randomly is not going to find it. 4, there it is. Hey, we got the ornament bundle. I think we needed that for the next research. Right, let's check that out. And okay, we were doing more hard drives. I don't care about those. Fixmas. So yeah, now we just need 200 of each of the ornaments. Where were we making those? I think one of them was over here, one was somewhere else. Yeah, okay, we're making them. We don't have enough red Fixmas. We need to go get some more presents. Here, you can have more presents. And... I'm not sure we even have anything set up for the other ones. I think I did it by hand. No, we did it by, yeah, we just brought something down right here. I remember that. It looks terrible. We just lifted a belt out of the middle of it. 73. I'm not making blue ones anywhere. I guess not. So we need to make another constructor, I believe, right here. I don't have cable. Here's a big one. There's one. Let me grab the presents. Just as we go around, might as well, you know, do present stuff intermixed with the rest of our work. I should get another hard drive going because we're not going to finish this anytime soon. They're just falling right here, back and forth. Major props to the developers again. They did a fine job creating a system, integrating the Christmas event into the rest of the game. It's impressive. Where am I going? I am going for cable, which is over here. Which is over here. I need to get rid of some of the spaghetti. Alright, so you need to make a constructor right here. I say adding more spaghetti. But this is certainly temporary. This will be useless by the end of the year. You need to make not these. I need a smelter. Alright, and you are making the blue ornaments, I believe, right? Yeah, you need blues. Alright, let me just put all this stuff down in a box right here. I don't want to deal with it right now. So all these like random decorations and things. We'll deal with that all later when we have some idle time while we're doing other things. Alright. Get another hard drive going. Now, I'm not sure if I want to actually tear up the spaghetti first or just reconfigure the inputs. Like, I think, okay, the plan, we're gonna make a factory that makes motors. And should we make them? Are we gonna? Okay. What do refinery? Okay, we're gonna need motors forever. We're gonna need some amount of motors because this is the only refinery and things are built in refineries. So we just need a supply of motors. Let's actually math out the recipe. And I'm going to actually be a little smarter this time. Instead of having a random note, I'm going to make a motor module note. So a motor, we still only have one recipe for it. It's 2 rotors and 2 stators. So 5 motor per min are 10 rotor per min and 10 stator per min. Let's just say we want to produce, I don't know, 30. Why don't we say we're going to produce 30 per min? Maybe that's being too ambitious. Let's say we're going to make 20. We're going to make 20 per min. So 20 per min. Let's just copy this. 20 motors per min is 40 rotors and 40 stators. I somehow managed to get the number wrong on both of them. That's impressive. So 40 rotors We do have multiple ways of making these rotors. This is what we're doing right now. Oh, actually, no. We're doing a mix of these two, depending on where we build in our factory. Most of them are being built like this. And actually, I think I like that recipe. Or should I do it like this? Because this is much faster. The issue is, do we have a better way of making the nails? We can make the nails from steel beams. Okay. So do we want to try to use this recipe? We need copper sheet and screws. Give me 11.25. Maybe we can just assume that's going to be 10. And then we can and just make 4 sets of them. I like it. So let's say we're going to get, well, okay. So we need 40 rotors. 11.25 rotors per min are 22.5 copper sheeting and 195 screws. Now, if we were to actually make 40, we're gonna just I'm gonna just multiply it by 4. So that's gonna be 45 rotors per min, and I can just copy. So that's 90 copper sheets and not quite 800 screws. Oh, and that's for 40. We're going to say it's 40. Well, it really is going to be 45. So that's fine, because we'll have excess rotors in our system. The copper sheets, the best way to get them... I could build them in a refinery, but then we need water. Like, there is water here, right? Or is that this void? This is this void. So that's water. It's up on the cliff, though. Our copper is, like, right here. Or over here. There is this little lake there. How demanding is the recipe for doing it in refineries? Needs 22 per min. That's not bad. That's actually quite doable. I like the idea of going higher tech rather than just building a bunch of constructors. So we'll use this recipe for that. So to get our 90 copper sheets, we're going to be using the recipe where 22.5 copper sheets are the result of 22.5 ingots, which is a little annoying. We still have to go through the ingot phase, but maybe we can do that in refineries also. And 22.5 water. And I should just be working out the numbers. So this is 4 machines. We just do, would 4 be fine here? Yeah, that'd be fine here. So 4 refineries. I need both the per factory and the total, so that we can do the logistics right. But these are all the same number, so it's easy. Okay, and then if we get the screws. Oh wait, no, let's do the ingots first. Ingots. So again, if we do it in a refinery, or should we add iron ore? What's the total number we need? 90. That works better with just one of these. But just having 25 iron ore per minute. Well, we're probably gonna need this for other things, other parts. I'm looking at the ratio of ore to ingot. This is 1 to 2. This is actually better. Like, we need more refineries, but we'd be getting more ingots per copper ore. So I like this. I like this better. And this is just 1 to 1. So 1 to 1, 1 to 2, and then this is 1 to 3.5 or whatever. So we'll use this recipe. We're doing a very water heavy, refinery heavy run. So those ingots, we're going to be using the recipe 37.5 ingots. Oh, and this is all, the goal is to get the 90 ingots. I should say copper, or I'll get confused. Copper. This is 15 copper ore and 10 water. So in practice, we're gonna make 3 refineries and have excess. Although we're gonna need a whole bunch more copper. Let's not do this yet. Let's not work out the numbers we need. We'll need this many for copper sheets, but I don't think we're gonna use copper sheets anywhere else. We're gonna need copper ingots lots of other places. So let's just bump this down towards the bottom. All right. Now that's the rotors, the screws. Now. And my thought was we were going to make them from steel beams. Right now we have a part of our steel factory that's just completely idle. It's filling a belt with pipe, and it goes nowhere. We might need to switch one. Okay, so we kind of ran into more uses for beams than we expected, because we're using them for encased concrete beams. Anyway, let's figure this out. This will be the recipe we're gonna use for the 800 screws. Our MAM is done. We'll check that in a moment. We have 260 screws are 5 beams, steel beams, which isn't a lot. That's like I think our steel beams are 250. Like, that's how much we have per belt right now in terms of our production. So this is barely consuming anything. To get 800, we'll just run 3. That would give me 60, 780. 780. I'm not gonna. That's actually probably the right number. we guesstimated what the screw count was. So I'm gonna run 3 screw constructors. Sorry if this is the boring part of the run. I mean, I find the math at least as interesting as working out the placement. One thing that's going to be an issue is that our belts are going to be quite overloaded with screws. And how many of these do we say we'd make? 4 machines, each pulling in 200. That's an unpleasant ratio. So in practice, I think what we're going to do is we'll use these, the conveyor belt 4s, which how much do those have? They have 480. So we'll use 2 of those, and we'll put each of our 3 machines will have 1 of them dedicated to it, and then the third will split between the 2, and that will bring them both up to the right number probably. Anyway. So 3 screw constructors, and they'll need a trivial amount of beams. Next steps. So that's our sheets, that's our screws, that's our rotors. Now the stators. So we have 2 recipes for them. We have Caterium or copper. I was going to do Caterium. Like the amounts are almost identical. We'll use quick wire because I think we're gonna yeah, I think we had planned out that there was a whole nother Caterium mine nearby that we can use. Like it's here. This is a Caterium mine. And our copper is like here or here somewhere. Or maybe it's there, down here. No, it's right here. Yeah, this is the copper mine, and there's a Caterium thing right next to it. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted. So let me get back to that stator. So we're going to be producing stators 8 per minute, which is slower than we're producing the rotors, but that's okay. Let's actually go and check our recipes. You never know when it's going to give me a recipe that might change how I'm doing what I'm doing right now. Crystal computers, recycled plastic. We just made a computer setup. We're not going to change that for a while. Go ahead and get that. Yep. All right. Where were we? Stators. Using Caterium. So the recipe is 8 stators are from 16 pipe, which is nothing, and 60 quick wire, which is a bit more tricky, but we can make that happen. Yeah, the steel requirement for these is fairly trivial. The steel is going to go up more, I'm assuming, when we get to the other structures, the structural beams or whatever they are, the modular beams. We need 40 stators. So that would be 5 of these assemblers. And let me just move this down a little bit. So 5 assemblers making 40 stators. That requires in total 50, 80 pipe and 300 quick wire. The pipe we already can pull in from our module, our steel module. The quick wire do we want to make it with ingots, or do we just want to make it raw? I kind of just want to make it raw. We need a lot more. This ratio, so this is 1 to 5. This would be 1 to 12 by adding in the copper ingots. Do I want to do that? Honestly, 90 doesn't go into 300 as well as 60 does. So I think I'm just going to stick with the regular recipe. We're going low tech this time. So 12 ingots, Caterium ingots. Produce produce 60 quick wire. We need 300, so that would be 5 quick wire constructors. And they'll need a total of 60 ingots. We do have a better way of making ingots. So we've got, this is 3 to 1. This is 2 to 1. That seems worth doing. We just add some more water to it. We're doing a lot of this refinery recipes. So 60, 12 deuterium ingots is 24 deuterium ore and 24 water. And we need 60, so just multiply them all by 5. Five times 24 is 120, right? Yeah, I think so. So 120 deuterium ore, 120 water. That should be fine. We can easily produce that much. We're gonna need more though, I'm sure. So let's keep on going with the stators. But that's the quick wire. So actually that's it. That's all there is. The rest of it that we were having trouble with was for making or it wasn't the actual motors, it was turning into like automated AI things and all that. So that's our recipe. It needs surprisingly little copper. I was thinking it would need a ton of copper. But no, we only use it for the one thing. So we'll just say we'll do 3 of these. So 3 copper ingot refineries. So let's just sum up. So we've got 1 copper mine into 3 copper ingot refineries. Refineries, not refiners. And those are going to make 4 refineries of copper sheets. Okay, and then we also have no, I guess I should record this. That would go into what do we say? We would need 4 rotor machines. So we got this nice persistent 4 showing up. 4 rotor machines. And we'll also need the screws. So those come from beams. So a trivial amount of beams go into from our existing module, go into 3 screw constructors. And then those goes right into the rotors, right? Yeah. Into the 4 rotor machines that are the same as these. The other line is the stators, and that's going to be 1 deuterium mine going into I guess we didn't write it down, but it's going to be 5 refineries into 5 deuterium ingot refineries, which are going to go into 5 quick wire constructors And those are going to go into 5 stator assemblers. And the other bit is some pipe, which is easy. So, steel pipe into 5 stator assemblers. And then the entire thing, the 4 rotor machines, and the 5 stator machines feed into, how many was it? 4, right? Yeah, 4 motor machines. And we could just do anything we want with these ratios. We could easily just say I'm going to make twice as many of these, but no. I'm just going to focus on this. So 4 motor machines. All right. Let's do some present stuff. I need to get this math out of my head. How long is this taking? 26 seconds. Better hurry. The main thing I want to do is make sure we have enough motors to build the motor factory before we dismantle the existing motor factory. The spaghetti one. You're supposed to give me a way of generating my own gifts, right? With the next research thing? I just haven't actually bothered to get it. Or we haven't had the resources to get it. This guy seems awfully low all the time now. Like, are you getting lower by chance? Feels like he was always way up in the sky, but now he isn't. And it's fallen behind us. Even further away from our base. I'm going to grab these 2 and then I'm going to go. Forget those. There for the next time we get bored. These haven't regrown. I thought I was just confused, but no, these, I certainly have not looted that today. I don't know, does it regrow over time or something? I don't know. We were trying to get those because we need to get more health packs. And they're not regrowing. So everything we just said we needed to do involved a lot of water. So we need to make sure that we're planning planning around getting that water into our system. There you go. Why don't you have half the gifts? The next is 200, 200, I believe, right? Alright, ma'am. So just different ways of getting iron plates that I'm not going to do. Alright. Okay. We need to pick up some motors, of course, because we need to actually build these things. Do we have motors actually building? They might all be turning into turbo motors and just piling up right here. Yeah. Although this is going to run out of rubber. Yeah. So now we do have motors just sitting around. Perfect. This is the spaghetti we're going to get rid of at some point. I promise. Let's think about where we're going to place this next bit. So here's our copper mines right here. And that's the Caterium, right? Right there. Let me clear up some of these while I'm here. Hello. Didn't think there'd be one of you guys so close to our base. So I need a miner too, which needs personal miners. Or portable miners, I mean. We could do... Where's this feeding? It's feeding a refinery, isn't it? Yeah, 5 refineries. So they're gonna need water. There's no water around here. That's the nearest water. Unless we want to pull from here. But that's going right across our factory. Like, where is the water? Hey, let's go over there. I don't think I've been up there. Maybe I have. Yeah, this looks like a place where a slug was at one point. Yeah, I don't want to bring water across this way. I think... Like, we could bring it down the falls out here. But I'm kind of thinking that this area around here, like outside here, might be where we're going to do... like a monorail system at some point. So we got some water over here. I don't remember what this is. This was an indicator that I needed something. I don't remember what the something was. It's a this was a what's it called? A hard drive thingy, a drop pod. And it needed an item, and I didn't have the item, and then I put a marker on the map to let me know what the item was. I wonder what it was. So this water here. Like that's the it's beyond the arch. It's like way over there. I don't like that. I don't like going that way. How do I want to do this? I mean, we could always just get water from up here. Maybe I should do it that way. And if we're gonna need a lot of water, like how much water did we say we're gonna need in total? I didn't even count it up. Like a lot of things need like 10 water or 120 water. Are they close? It's all within 600, I think. 90. Yeah, it's less than 600. So a single pipeline could do it. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna run a pipe all the way from over there. To where now? Let me just get up here and see what we have, what the terrain looks like. Do I want to do stuff up here? Or like in the sky above this point? It's kind of out of the way. This was like the first drop pod we found. I like it. We can make it work. So copper from down there. Caterium from over there. The steel is that the steel? Right there? I think that's the steel. Yeah, I can see the pipes. So we just send a belt like right along this way. And then we'd go up here. So we're going to build like in the sky right here. Oh, this was trying to figure out which way should I make this miner be facing. And we'll make it be facing this way. Alright, I want to actually try something if I can. Let's see if we can figure out how to get blueprints to work, and I'll use them to lay out our foundation. I haven't done much with blueprints yet, because I'm a little intimidated by them. So where's a nice big clear spot for us to work with? And what else do I need for the blueprint designer? I need more concrete. Yeah, this is the water. Imagine having to carry it all the way across this base. It's much easier just to go around on the outside there. Alright, just right here. Now the blueprint designer. All right. It's fairly large. So set directory. I don't know. Their designer. And I guess the idea is you just start placing stuff. So if I just place a bunch of foundation. This is probably a waste of time, but it's just a random use case that's appropriate to Blueprint. So this is a 4x4 grid of foundation. Of a level 1 foundation. Save the blueprint. Let's set the icon for it is like that. Set the color. That's fine. Save it. And now this directory I'm a little bit confused about. Undefined. Whatever. Okay, so now if I want to use a blueprint, I can just... Yeah, there we go. It doesn't snap. So we'll have to build like a guiding for it to snap off of. But that should work. Maybe I'll try to make more blueprints of other things. What you got for me? So, more turbo fuel from compacted fuel. Diluted packaged fuel. Why would I do that? It's a way of getting rid of heavy oil residue to turn into packaged fuel. Let me get this, because we keep on seeing it presented. Alright. Are you still putting things in this box? You probably should not be. I mean, it's not even that much, but let's just let you fill up your own station, your own amount, and then we'll rebuild you somewhere better. Are these minor twos? Yeah, they are. Good. So we don't need to replace them. Alright. So let's start out with a foundation snapped to the world grid right there. We're going to go up one. Why don't we go up one again? And should we leave a couple of spaces for belts? I kind of like the idea. So this is a foundation 1, and now our blueprint. It doesn't quite line up. There we go. I'm skeptical this is any faster. I am very skeptical this is worth doing. Let's just yeah, just zoop it over like that. We can figure out the actual final size in the future. It's gonna need to go back further, I'm sure, because the refineries are huge. Let me just go ahead and place a few more. Need more concrete. I'm sure we can steal some from our encased factory, which is over there, I think. So I rejected spending the combining the iron ore in a foundry in favor of using a refinery instead. But we have these empty patches we're not even using. Maybe eventually we'll self-produce our own steel using those patches, and we'll have we'll use the steel produced over there for other things. This isn't concrete. Where's my concrete? It's right down there. How am I doing on? Yeah, we're fine on the steel. Yeah, the iron for now. I'm gonna leave 2 layers of crawl spaces for running belts around. And I'm gonna make them a bit higher than we did for those, because those were a problem to the point where we actually ended up putting things on the ceiling rather than in the crawl space. Like I said, we'll figure out the actual placement of it and size of it later. I just want to get... Oops. I'm going to make this a double. Or should I even go higher? I think we can do a double. Like, I'm kind of planning on having all the machines up on top, which might be a mistake. We might want to layer them like we did with that factory over there, where we put all the refineries below. Kind of don't have room for it over here. We're already kind of high up off the ground. And given this size, I don't think I do need to leave 2. So if we need to, let me just check. If I need to run belts, I can run belts at this height. I can run belts like here. And I can run them off the ceiling. That's 3 layers of belts. I'm sure we can make that work. Alright. It's like when we were over there messing with our water. We kept on seeing presents fall to their death over and over again. It's kind of funny. Alright, so Caterium. We said the next step was 5 Caterium ingot refineries. Let's put these all the way over here, as far as they can go. Hold that. We'll nudge it into place, right against there. I want to leave enough room. It's just going to be a... Oh, wait. You have them backwards. Refinery. Or do I have it backwards? Do I want to have it output on which side? I think it's fine to have it output back here. Okay, get on the foundation. Let's leave at least one full foundation for logistics. That's fine. And we said we were going to do 5 of these. Alright, and then they're going to feed into quick wire constructors. So let's assume that we're gonna accumulate all the deuterium right here into all the ingots into one belt, and then we'll put constructors right here, and that will be 2 belts, right? We said that was gonna be 2 belts. The actual quick wire. No, that was the screws. How many? What's the total number of? What's the total number of wire? It's 300. That's 1 belt also. That's simple enough. So leave 1 square for logistics. We're gonna need to expand this a little bit. Let's build constructors. That input from here. And output this way. All right. And then the next step would be, oh, wait, 6, not 5, not 3. Okay. And next we have the stator assemblers. Trying to figure out the best layout. So we have the stator assemblers, and we have the rotor assemblers, and then we have to combine them into one place. So this would be 3 constructors and then 4 assemblers. Three refineries, 4 refineries. So 7 refineries in a row, pretty much. 3 going one way, and then 4 coming back. Like, even with the layer below us, we're starting to run into some crisscrossing. So this is going to be all deuterium. What if we did the 3 this way? Or wait, it's 4 and then 3, or 3 then 4? Yeah, it's 3 then 4. So we'll do the 3 going in, and then what? Where do I want to handle those? Bring the copper on that side, maybe? We have certainly a lot of room here. Let's try it. Well, you can always tear it down if you don't like how it fits. So they're making a bunch of ingots. Then we need to turn them into 4 more, turn them into copper sheets. Should we just go back up across this way? Like, we're kind of covering up the mines. I kind of like the idea of it. Yeah, okay, let's do it. So, just leave some space. I'm out of iron. Let's go get some more iron. How much concrete do we have, and do we need more? Yeah, we got 420. We're fine. We'll expand the lower platform to cover whatever we expand the upper platform to. Alright, so I was going to do 3 going this way. Then they're going to all gather here, loop. Wait a minute. So let me just double check how the logistic looks. So we're going to have copper and Caterium ore coming in this way, over there. The copper will be fed into this, the Caterium into that. The ingots of Caterium are going to come out that way and then get fed into here, these 6. That output will need to get fed into machines that are beyond here. I haven't figured those out yet. These, the copper ingots, need to get fed back into 4 more of these. Yeah, let's do it that way. Okay, we'll just place them this way. It's going to be a little awkward. We'll have to do a split, which is fine. I'm used to having a single line that we pull off of instead of like a, what do you call that? A multiplex? A manifold? I don't know what you call it. But, you know, you could, basically what I'm saying is what I do is I'll make a belt that has all the stuff on it, and then we'll split it for each thing. But you don't have to do it that way. Instead, you can run a belt like here. And split it. Then run a belt this way. And that way. And split it. And then have this go into a machine over there. This go into a machine right there. This go into a machine right there. And so on. So you can actually, you know, split it and split it and split it and split it rather than having a single trunk that gets that's repeatedly siphoned off of. You actually split the trunk into multiple sub-trunks. If that makes any sense at all. It's more important when you have belt balancing issues, and we don't have them in here in this game, which is lovely. All right, I like the idea, so we're gonna do that. It might end up looking a little weird, but I'm gonna go ahead and make it, try to line it up. So say we're gonna have a belt coming back this way. I'm just gonna put this here for reference. So just give me a belt there. I want 2 of them to be on this side and 2 of them on that side. And I'll actually leave it. I'll leave an open gap between them of 1 foundation. Oh, I'm out of motors. You know, that's the whole problem we're trying to solve right now. I'll check our MAM too. It must have finished by now. I just haven't been paying attention. Let me grab the rubber I need to. I can just turn a bunch of stuff in. This little bit here makes me unhappy every time I see it, but I'm too lazy to redo this entire piping, just to make it so that this doesn't have a slope in it. It's tempting though. It's very tempting. This is plastic, right? Yeah. So we need rubber. I love how we build these sections of our factory and they all end up just sitting there completely idle. Because we oversupply, we don't produce, we don't consume enough ever. Which I would say is a downside of how the research system in this game is. Like in Factorio, you always need to, once you start producing green science packs, you always need that many green science packs or more for the rest of the game. Whereas for this, once computers have had their day, did I not even grab computers? I didn't. I grabbed the rubber. Do I have? I have plenty. Anyway. So this has some. I'm just letting them accumulate there. I'm not gonna turn these in. I don't want to. I need the motors for our building. But the frames and computers I'll turn in. And do we actually have enough of these yet? 196, so close. I think it was 200, right? 187, you're pretty close too. That should do it. Alright, an alternate iron wire. Or wet concrete. An alternate version of encased industrial pipes. I'll take that. Alright, the next holiday thing, it's 200 of each, like we just said. Can we get something else while we're just sitting around waiting? Maybe... Nah, probably not. I mean, technically. Nah, I'm not gonna bother. It takes so much time. 5 per minute, but you're not being well supplied. Let's go around and grab some presents. And get rid of this. It looks ugly. Come on. It won't let me. Maybe until I clear it? There we go. Where are my presents? There's one. Let's see if any fell on this ridge. I think there were some falling way back here. No. Nope. Not at the moment. Alright. Well, where'd they all fall? There should have been a whole bunch that fell. I guess they were all more towards where we're building our new part of the factory. Maybe? I don't know. We'll look around. One of them should fall back there, yeah. What am I seeing? Oh, that's the shadow of the elevator. There's some presents. Nope. That's a big one. I'll grab it. That's curious. I wonder what hitbox it landed on that thinks that it should be up there. Maybe there's a tree there and I blew it up or cut it down or something and replaced it with the foundation, and that's causing an issue. Alright. Do you have more engines for me? Motors? I never turned those in. I should do that. Let's go and do our Christmas thing first. There's our 200. Here, you can go ahead and keep on making it. $200. And the bundle. There we go. I think that's what we need. There we go. Nice. So then now next let's put a star on top.
We're making a list. We're checking it twice. We're gonna find out who's been selling the spice. Fixmas is coming to town.
Fixmas lights. Just needs a bunch of these. It didn't give me any resources. Wait a minute. I have been making those Fixmas gift trees. Like I made the giant one, but the little ones produces 15 gifts per minute. Yeah, I need to make more of these. Do we have branches anywhere? I need to get more gifts. I've got some branches. But not enough. Anyway, hard drive. Last one! We'll have to go out and get some more stuff after this. Why is it so dark? Stop being nighttime. Be daytime. Oh, and our tree now has bulbs on it. Very nice. Anyway, that's enough Christmas things for now. We'll come back when things have progressed a little bit, and we'll grab more. You know, we'll grab presents as we go. Wait a minute! I said I was gonna turn this in. Let's actually turn it in. I keep confusing the MAM research and the hub research. I'm not going to turn that in yet because I need it. I need it to make refineries and so on. Now it's daytime. That's better. I mean, we could turn it in. I don't think I can get anything from bauxite refinement that would help me do what I'm doing now. So there's not much virtue to it. Alright. So we placed 2. We wanted to place 2 more on this side. Lined up with that one. But with a gap between. And these are going to make our sheeting. The next step after the sheeting was the rotor machines themselves. I also need the screws somewhere in here. So we could we could put these on the other side. I'd rather not do that. And that would make it not jut out into the middle so much. I'm trying to think if I want to squeeze in something right here, and I kind of don't. I think it would be ugly. So right now we have the copper sheeting exiting over here. But that doesn't matter. What we're looking for is where to put the screws. So we could, the obvious output would be to put the screws right, so that the output right here, because this is where the sheets are going to be output, and the sheets and the screws are going to the same place. So we could pull it back that way and do the screws right there. It's getting a little messy. I'd rather not. I'd rather not do that. Instead, I'd put this in parallel so that we'd have screws right here. Yeah, that's the way to do it. So there's nothing on this side, right? Yeah. So it's not quite aligned, but that's okay. Put it there. Alright, so this is going to be screws. And the belting on the screws is going to be tricky. Because they're so abundant. Should I leave some extra space just to be careful? I think I can get away with not. How many machines are we feeding? We're feeding 4 rotor machines. This platform's just getting bigger and bigger. But that's okay. I mean, we have infinite space in the sky. We could just keep on building up if we need to. Alright, the belts here are going to be tricky. I'm going to leave at least one square and ideally a bit more for them. So do I just want to wrap around and then build... So we've got the screws, we got the sheeting. This is the wire. What's the other thing we need for the stators? Piping. And piping is making our screws also, right? Where did we make those? No, piping is from beams. Do I like that? Let me just think about that again. Piping is from beams. What am I saying? Screws. Can I make screws from pipes? No, I can't. Can I make... What am I using beams for right now? I'm using the beams for the copper sheets? No. What am I doing? I am using them for... So pipe for the stators, beams for the screws. So could I not make them from the stators? What else can I make stators from? I don't think there is another recipe. Like we both of them use pipes. Yeah. Which kind of makes sense, you know, given, you know, what we're building. That's fine. We can make that work. I'm just trying to decide where I want to place stuff. So we're going to have a belt here. We're going to have 2 belts there. And they need to feed 4 machines, or was it 5 machines? For the 4 machines for the rotors. And then 5 machines for the stators over there. Presents falling into the void. I'm trying to decide whether I want to complicate this area right in front of me or build or complicate things over there more. I think I'm okay. I'm gonna have this all gather up down there. So this leaves an open spot right here for us to build our stators, our rotors. So those are assemblers, right? And we need 4 of them. And is it okay to output them this way? I think it's fine to output this way. So these will be rotors. You're going to gather all this down here. And then we need to make stators. And that's 5 machines, right? Am I output? Were these the right way? Yes, they're coming in this way. So there's going to be a belt here, And there's going to be stators right here. Come in this way. So a belt right like that, and a belt right like this. Which means I think we need more space over here. Alright, 5 of these. We'll figure out how to get the steel here somehow. I haven't really thought of that, but it can weave. Yeah, let's nudge it into place. We're gonna run a belt here. We have to collect a belt like this. I think that's fine. What about on this side? That's not enough clearance. We need to move this over more. For 2 things. Let's just align it. Well, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's only one thing on this side, and there'll be one belt coming down here from the output of all these things. That's fine. Missing rotors. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm doing this. I'm gonna need at least this much space again, so let's just go ahead and lay out some more of this, so we can run out of foundation at the tooth. This has turned out to be a more ambitious project than I was anticipating. Like, I was thinking it would be that size, but it's this size. And we're not even done yet. We'll see. How full is this? It's getting quite full. Let's turn this off. Eventually, we're gonna be making plenty of rotors over there. I think we're good. We might turn it on if we. Well, no, we better leave this on. I'm torn. I'm gonna say it's fine. Let's turn in this milestone. I feel like we're making, so we get some progress being made. I have enough, right? Yeah, you got plenty. Alright, and what do we get from that?
Milestone reached. Quartz and bauxite scanning unlocked. A new generation of basic aluminum parts is now available, which can be constructed from bauxite after a complex process of refinement. The blender will be used in future processes.
Alright. So a complex process of turning this into aluminum ingots. We'll look it up at some point, but right now I don't care. I'm not going to be doing it. And presumably this is going to need aluminum things on it. Yeah. Aluminum sheets will be the what belt 5s are. Hazmat suit. That's what I was looking for. Gives me a did I not see that? I was complaining at one point that we weren't getting... we're never getting something that was protecting us from radiation. But we are. It's right there. I expected it to be here, I guess. I don't know. Go back to my last episode where I looked at these and yelled at me. So we just devoted a lot of resources to this to really no point. We're not doing anything with it. Last hard... oh no, we're done. No more hard drives. We'll have to go and find some more. Though they're getting harder and harder to find. I might want to go... so we, what am I saying? We did a big expedition out to this eastern part of the world. And got a bunch of hard drives. Found a bunch more that we could not get. Because they needed like 200 power or aluminum stuff or that kind of thing. We did a little bit of searching around in this area. This is the coral area, and this is the bamboo area. I haven't done much up here. Like, we've gone along the coast, but like there's this huge area on top. And this area up here is just a complete mystery to me. I have no idea what's here. I mean, I assume the shore keeps going. But like this area, like kind of here-ish, this crater area, it's nice. It's like a pretty area. And we haven't really done as much as we could there. Yeah, I need to... I think our next expedition is going to be north and northeast. Instead of trying to go out here. Because this area sucks. Like, this area is just... it's just constant danger. I don't like it at all. And we somehow missed a huge swath of this area right here, but whatever. Yeah, I think next time we're going to go up and around like this, perhaps. But that's not going to be anytime soon. We have to finish this up first. Maybe next time we'll get really involved in Christmas stuff. I can see it. So let me just grab some more rotors from you. That's up. You don't have very many. We're just not producing them at a very high rate. And that will do. Now we're producing them even slower still as I fill up that inventory that is not going to get turned on again. Oh, I was saying I needed concrete, right? Let's go over there and get some concrete. Although this probably doesn't have any concrete, does it? No, it does. That's plenty. Let's grab from here too. There we go. We got plenty of concrete. Alright, so where were we? We were going to place 3 more of these assemblers going that way that are going to be making the stators. And they'll probably do something annoying where there'll be a main one coming out and the other 2 will join. Just so we get them all in this one area. Right here. Here will be... oops. Forgive me. This is making our rotors. That's making our stators. And now we have 4 machines that make the motors. Right? Yeah, we just chose to do 4. And I'll just put them right here. I could put everything closer together and have more spaghetti down below. Like, I'm kind of imagining where I'm going to be splitting our belts between going up here and going down below. Because we only... Oh, I say only. We only allowed for 3 crisscrosses. Or 3 levels so that they can crisscross. What am I making? I need a... Do I need a manufacturer for this? I don't think so. It's just 2 items. So it's just assemblers. Just like these. So your inputs are coming this way. These outputs and that output's gonna wrap around here and here. Should we output to the center? Or on that side? I like outputting to the center. And we'll have a line going that way, and they'll eventually. Well, no, I'm gonna flip it around. We're gonna output to this edge. We'll draw from the center. That way, well, no, it's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it. But I definitely need a bunch of space now to sort out these 4 inputs. Out of cabling. I gotta admit, having the jetpack makes you a little inured to heights. You end up just throwing yourself off a platform without thinking about it, knowing that you'll be fine because you have a jetpack. And it's true. But I could definitely see when starting this game over again, falling to my death several times. Assuming that I have a jetpack when I don't yet. Alright, and that's all I need. I don't even need to fill in the square. Maybe this would be something that's downstream of motors. Like the turbo motors. What do the turbo ones need? Or it's not even turbo. Is it turbo? It's not. There's other motors. No. It was the thing that we needed for the middle project. Modular engines. So we could maybe do something with that. We would need to get even more rotors. Let's not worry about that now. I am not going to do all the logistics for this today. Let's just get everything assigned to the right recipe. So, copper rotors. No, these aren't rotors. These are motors. This is motors. These are the stators from Caterium. These are rotors from copper. This is the screws from the beams. These are... Don't worry about aluminum yet. Don't worry about aluminum. Not a problem. These are steamed copper sheets. Are they facing the right way? Yeah, this is the output. Yeah, we're fine. So you're making copper sheets. We're supplying them with these 4, which are making ingots. There's going to be a whole mess of piping here also. I have to, because we have water all over the place. Wait a minute. Am I doing this completely backwards? I thought... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, this is fine. This is fine. This is the wiring. No, this is the ingots? Wait a minute. We didn't do these yet. That's why we're confused. This is the wiring, the quick wire. And then, like I said, this is deuterium ingots. Is that the right recipe? Yeah. We could have mixed it with copper, and we chose not to. And are these good? Yeah, that's copper. Alright, so we need to bring deuterium ingots up, or deuterium ore up here, water up here. We need to bring the copper ore up here. We need to bring steel beams and steel pipes up here. And then water. So the 2 ores, the 2 steel products, water is our next thing to worry about. And we were gonna snake a line from over there to get the water here. Let's take a look at that. See how that's going to be. So I don't see any reason to lose height. I think we'll just go straight across from the top of the waterfall to here. Like they're almost like lined up even. Should I build them a little platform on a foundation? I think so. A little messy. This is going to be one of our first major sky bridges. Like, I built that oil pipeline on the ground, and I kind of regret it now. I kind of wish I'd built a foundation line all the way across the entire, from here all the way up to here. Just a big foundation line. It would have made it neater looking. I'm going to maintain the world grid, right? This is the world grid, right? I think so. It's hard to judge. Let's see. I could probably judge from this. When I try to place something here, does it end up in the same grid? Yes. Okay. We're on It's tempting to just make a straight line going that way, but instead we're gonna stay on grid and just weave our way a bit. We're about to run out of iron plates. I don't want to get in the way of future expansion of this, because we wanted to make more of these. Let's go add another 10. I mean, we just need to hit the falls at some point. We don't really need to meet it right there. I mean, we're kind of also going exactly where that Caterium mine is, so it's kind of silly that we're also like, maybe I should be thinking, and I should have been thinking in terms of using that Caterium for what we're doing. But I don't think that there's a nearby copper mine. We're built around the virtue of what we're building now is that it's right next to both a Caterium mine and some copper mines. Getting the water to it's inconvenient. This would have water and Caterium. We'd have to bring in the copper. Or I might be wrong and there's copper right here. Let's find out. Anyone feel like redoing the past hour of work for funds? That's what we're using. There is some. It's over there. That's further away. That's back behind the sulfur mine, even. But that's not too far away. Ah, well. Can't afford. Out of iron. Okay. Well, we can actually work out the details of this later, but that's the whole idea. We're gonna go ahead and have a pipeline. It's gonna go across space. Like, maybe I should not even make it a pipeline. Should I actually just try to, like, should I make it a train? Do I really want to make my first train system be about hauling water? No, I don't. I think I kind of like the idea of there being long pipelines. That feels more like real life. In real life, you have long pipelines. You don't haul it, but you don't haul oil by train or truck. Why is this all stopped? Are you out of fuel? Yeah, you're out of fuel. It's because this part here, all this is about is burning our excess waste fuel from producing the plastic and rubber the rest of our factory needs, or even just this part of our factory needs. And now that those are done, essentially everything's backed up. We don't have any waste fuel. Whereas this, the turbo fuel, that's supposed to be going all the time. And this is a mess of spaghetti. Don't pay any attention to it. We'll delete it at some point. I said 10 hours, but that was like 40 hours ago, so I'm just not going to promise again. But this should be going full blast all the time, right? 100% efficiency. I think we said we could even double it. Right? Like right now, this would be the turbo fuel if we're using only a quarter of that belt of compacted coal, right? And the plan was that we'd be using half of that belt, and then potentially using more of it if we need it. But so far, the turbo fuel is this little bit here has been keeping our base running. At some point, we probably should go revisit how all our coal production back there, because it's kind of been, you know, negated by all this extra work we did here. Anyway, what am I doing? I think I'm gonna stop. I think next time we'll go back to this area here. We'll deal with the logistics, but right now I don't want to start on it because I'm not gonna be able to. It's gonna take a couple hours, and I don't want to start on it and not be done with this episode till it's 4 hours long. So thank you everyone for watching. Let me know if you have any advice. Tell me the thing that I'm doing wrong so that I can fix it. I'm desperately in need of someone to just look at my factory design and say, oh hey, you're only producing a quarter of the pipes you need, and that's all and that's gonna ruin everything else you're doing. That would be a helpful thing to know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Until next time.